Streaming from Oklahoma's own digital studio, this is High School Football Update with Jeremie Poplin.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Digital Desk, our very first high school football edition coming to you live. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and we appreciate everyone's feedback as well. And we have a project to display for you on this version of a high school football digital desk, and that is all of the hard work that we've been doing between News on 6 and News 9 in Oklahoma City to bring you our top 10 high school football players of 2025. Now, the idea and concept behind this was not to do specific classes, but to truly get a good glimpse at the type of talent that exists here in the state of Oklahoma with not just class of 26 kids, which would be seniors, but also a very talented younger class of 2027 kids as well that might end up being some of the highest ranked recruits that we've seen in the state in the last several years. So thanks to Executive Homes, we put together a list of all of those top 10 players from both markets, reaching across all areas of the state, even as far south as Durant. And without further ado, we have all 10 of them in place for you. And let's take a look as we dive in at number 10. And we'll start on the west side of the state, coming out of Choctaw, where a young man by the name of Titus Hawke is our number 10 overall player in the state of Oklahoma. I'll let Toby Rowland take it away.
Football season is getting here fast. Today, high school started practices all over the state, and tonight we start our countdown of the top 10 players this year in Oklahoma. For the next 2 weeks, we'll unveil a player each night. Our number 10 player is a state champion. Chris Williams introduces us to the outstanding junior tight end from Choctaw, Titus Hawke.
Here's Titus Hawke's head coach on his number 10 ranking.
I said if you had 9 better, I'd be surprised.
Okay, in our defense, there is a lot of talent in Oklahoma high school football, and Titus is just a junior this season. Still plenty of time to move up that chart. But to Coach's point, I mean, Titus is incredibly physically gifted. A 6'7" tight end who played a pivotal role in Choctaw State Championship as a sophomore last year. There's a reason he holds offers from OU, OSU, and about 30 other major college football programs.
It's been a blessing. It's all God. I can't do it without him. And my coaches have helped me tremendously with just getting that, but keeping my head in the right space. He's handled it as well as any 16-year-old could handle it. He is extremely humble, extremely down to earth.
Titus is a coach's son, so he knows there's always room to grow and improve, and he had a big offseason.
I've really worked on my route running. I think my routes are crisp right now. I increased my speed a lot. I'm fast out here. I know I'm faster than a lot of other guys, and that's what I'm going to use to my strengths.
You can tell he matured mentally, and mentally, he's there.
He has the elite physicality in all the physical attributes of a potential NFL guy, but I think his intelligence is what really sets him over the top.
Reporting in Choctaw, I'm Chris Williams.
Thank you, Chris Williams, and congratulations to Titus Hawke, who is our number 10 overall player in the state of Oklahoma. Moving on, number 9 is a name that, well, you probably recognize.
On our countdown of the top 10 high school players at Oklahoma this season, number 9 has a familiar last name and shares the family athleticism. Yes, there's another Presley. Here's Raven Ray.
His brothers Brayden and Brayden have had a lot of success with the ball in their hands. And Brayden Presley is following in their footsteps and more. Yes, he's a receiver, but he's also a defensive back.
Nobody's really playing receiver DB anymore. They're kind of going one-sided. So I feel like me being able to play both sides is kind of special.
We expect him to continue to grow and get better. You know, early in his career here, he had a couple injuries, and which maybe set him back just a little bit. But the Presley last name comes with high expectations. Let's not call it pressure. Let's call it high expectations. And Brayden just continues to grow, to be a sponge, and work his tail off, and we're so proud of him.
Brayden benefits from a wealth of football knowledge in his family, with one brother entering his 4th season in Division I college football and another in his first year in the NFL, where they can provide high-level insight from experience when needed.
I'm just struggling or something, I'll call them, just see what they say about it, just because, I mean, they've been here, they've played in these big stages. They know what's going to happen. Not a lot of people can say that I play Friday and then watch my brothers on Saturday and Sunday. So I feel like it's just a special thing to do.
The Presley name may hold a lot of value in history, but Brayden is forming his own story along the way. Reporting in Bixby, I'm Raven Ray.
We're going to stick with the Bixby theme for our number 8 overall player. It's a young man who has a lot of options along the offensive line. Maybe some of the biggest schools in the country could be after his services, but he's still got another year as this is just his junior season. Here's our number 8 overall player in our high school top 10 list.
Caden Finney dominates the trenches, which makes him the backbone of this offensive line and a nightmare for any defender that stands in his way. As one of the most highly sought-after guys in the 2027 class, the work speaks for itself.
First, you have to have great footwork, and you have to recognize what the defense is doing, and you have to be really physical. The footwork helps with explosiveness off the line.
The energy he gives off to the O-line, they feed off of it, and then that makes them play better. So KP's just, I mean, he's a young player, but he's really an old player just because of the experience he's had, the growth he's had over the year and through the summer. So I feel like him coming into this season, he's going to be one of the biggest stars going into next season and finishing off this season.
Head coach Lauren Montgomery had a lot of praise when talking about Penny and says there's no limit to what he can do on the field for the Spartans.
Caden is one of the most talented offensive linemen that I've ever worked with in 26 years of coaching offensive linemen. And he's humble, he's extremely smart, and then couple that with the gifts of having great feet, great hands, long arms. And he had an excellent sophomore year, and we're expecting big things his junior and senior year.
Number 7 in our top 10 high school player list, brought to you by Executive Homes, is a young man that has an opportunity to maybe be the highest rated player in the class of 2027. And he comes your way from Fort Gibson.
Ready? There you go.
One day I just looked myself up and I saw I had 4 stars, and now it's 5 and it's going up and up, and I'm real grateful, and it's pretty surreal.
Standing at 6'7", 250 pounds with a wingspan over 80 inches, Cooper Hackett is considered a top 10 national recruit from the class of 2027.
Obviously, I have size, that I'm very gifted for that, but I think I have great mobility, good hips.
Ranked the number 3 offensive tackle in the country, Hackett is up to around 20 Division I offers.
Can't coach size, can't coach athleticism, but then you pair that with how competitive he is. He just loves ball.
As for making the right decision regarding his future, Hackett is taking the recruiting process in stride. The junior star is in no hurry to make a verbal commitment. However, the right tackle knows exactly what he wants out of a college program.
I can't wait to be 300 pounds. I'm underweight right now, and I'm still dominating right now. So once I have all that weight and I'm in a college program, I'm going to be huge in college. I want to dominate in the run game.
There's not too many 6'7" freak athletes like he is. You know, he's got a good shot if he continues to develop.
That's not only a good shot of being good in college. Hackett is determined to put Fort Gibson on the professional football map.
And I know what I'm capable of, and I think I want to be great, and I want to be in the NFL.
He'll go to the NFL. If he wants to, he will. His potential is out of here.
And making the pros would mean Hackett falls in the footsteps of former Tiger legend Teddy Lehman.
Cooper Hackett is the real deal, and as you can tell from that video, has plenty of opportunity to continue to grow and will continue to be a 5-star player out of the state of Oklahoma. We're going to keep it here in the Tulsa area for our number 6 overall player who signed with Oklahoma State. Let's head over to Jenks for number 6.
I'll be walking around the streets of Jenks and, be like, oh, that's Caden Jones, OSU.
Holding almost 25 Division I offers from the likes of Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, Alabama, and Oregon, Jenks standout Kade Jones announced in March he'd be staying close to home at the next level to play for the Cowboys.
Probably one of the toughest decisions I've ever made in my life. And, one of the lessons I've learned is, just follow your heart. That's what I felt, and that's why I picked OSU.
That decision? Pretty ironic, with Jones's dad Kewan having played for the Sooners from 2002 to 2005, racking up over 2,300 yards and 37 touchdowns. Dad, though, was supportive during the whole recruiting process.
He gave me the ups and the downs, the pros and the cons, and, without him, I think it would have been a way harder decision.
Before he heads to OSU, though, Jones has some lofty goals for his senior campaign with the Trojans.
I would love to get a 2,000-yard season. I haven't got one yet. The goal ball is obviously the ultimate goal, so anything I can do to get to that.
He's done an absolutely tremendous job in leadership this offseason and this summer.
Staying in the Tulsa Metroplex, our number 5 player has Jenks ties, but made the move to Broken Arrow. Here's John Holcomb and Raven Ray with our number 5 player.
We're down to the top 5 now in our countdown of the top 10 high school players in the state. Raven Ray has more on our 5th-ranked player from Broken Arrow.
A lot of coaching changes in the offseason here in Green Country, and that leads to a lot of high school players to decide to transfer and pursue other opportunities. For Samaj Stanford, the Broken Arrow Tigers were the right fit for him.
After talking with my family, Stings, I guess, wasn't playing out how I wanted at Jenks, and seen the new staff over here, prayed about it, talked to my mom and dad about it, and it was just the best decision.
But there's more to the story than just that. Head coach Travis Hill and the Stanfords have history that goes back way farther than just this year.
Relationships go a long way, right? Okay, so 25 years ago, I developed a relationship with Samaj, and he wasn't even here. Okay, how old is he? 17, 16, one or two, right? Yeah. You know, I coached his daddy. Okay, coached his mom. When I say I coached, I was the athletic director. She's on the state championship basketball team. Daddy was on the 2014 semifinal. Next year, we won the state championship. So the relationship was forged many, many years ago.
The two-way star junior has racked up 33 college offers already, and there's more to come.
I'm blessed. First and foremost, all glory to God. I'm blessed. It's a little overwhelming, you know, you're trying to take a nap or something, and you get phone calls, text messages on text messages, but I'm blessed. You know, I enjoy it every day, you know what I'm saying, because kids every day don't get to experience that. I'll take it. I'm blessed. I'm blessed for it. I'm blessed.
Reporting in Broken Arrow, I'm Raven Ray.
Let's head to Mustang for number 4. This is a transfer from a different state, and at one point in time, a commitment to Oklahoma.
Mustang quarterback Jayden O'Neal is making a one-year stop in Oklahoma and hoping to win a title for the West Side for the first time in 30 years while he's here.
Jayden puts the ball in windows that are unbelievable.
Mustang's Jayden O'Neal is the only quarterback on our top 10 countdown. At 6'3", O'Neal has been one of the most highly recruited signal callers in the country since he was in the 8th grade. A Californian until this year, O'Neal is headed to Tallahassee to be a Seminole next season. So what is a kid from Los Angeles headed to Florida State doing in Mustang, Oklahoma? Well, that's where it gets a little complicated. A coveted star in L.A., O'Neal committed to Oklahoma in the summer of 2024 and moved to Mustang to be closer to his future home. But when the Sooners added another QB to their 2026 class, O'Neal decided to look elsewhere.
Being able to embrace the change was definitely something I needed in my life. Being able to see, like, through my recruiting process, who's real and who's not, it was definitely a blessing in disguise. So I feel like, you know, when people really tune into my story and just understand the amount of adversity I've been going through, I feel like it was nothing but a blessing.
He's controlled what he could control, and at the end of the day, I think it's going to work out awesome for him. And my beloved Sooners are gonna end up in a great spot as well.
For our next player in the top 10 list, we had to go south to Durant. Here's number 3.
Our nightly countdown of the top 10 high school football players in the state. It's number 3 tonight. Durant's Colton Yarborough is hard to miss. Literally standing over 6 feet tall, the defensive end is just as good as advertised.
At 6'4", 240 pounds, Colton Yarborough stands out on the football field. And with that large frame comes bad intentions.
You know, I plan on hurting the dude in front of me, honestly.
Despite playing 8-man football for the majority of his life, Colton started turning heads at an early age. His first Division I offer came in the 8th grade. Several more would quickly follow.
It felt unreal, to be honest. You know, I had Vanderbilt calling me, telling me, hey, you got this offer, right? And I was like, Vanderbilt's SEC, right? You know, it's like crazy, you know what I'm saying?
All it's done is push him to really prove that he's worth those offers.
Colton committed to the Razorbacks last summer. He tells me he's pretty much always had the physical tools of a big-time football player, but not always the right mentality.
Sean Cooper from C4, he's poured into me about how I need to be confident, and he's shown me that I can be confident in myself and all this other stuff. Because I wasn't always the top dude growing up. I was a second-string dude.
He's got a vision for what he wants to do in his life, and he knows that all this is just the journey of where he's going. So he doesn't take days off. He really doesn't.
On the field with the Lions, I'm Chris Williams.
Woo pig for Colton Yarborough from Durant, coming in at number 3. And moving on to number 2, a young man that you could potentially make the argument for he might have the most talent out of anyone on this list.
We're down to our final two, our top 10 high school football players in the state of Oklahoma. Number 2 on our list tonight will be going long distance for college next year. Haley McCormick has the story from Norman.
Norman North wide receiver Mason James is an explosive play waiting to happen. One wrong move from the defense and he'll make you pay. Whether that's using his speed in the open field or winning the 1v1 battles, it's easy to see why he's one of the top recruits in the state.
His freshman year, we pulled him up to varsity right after fall camp or during fall camp, and he played corner for us. It was a pivotal game against Jenks back his freshman year where he got the start and played really well, and kind of the rest is history.
The 4-star recruit has stats that speak for itself. Last season, as a junior, Mason had 56 receptions, 17 touchdowns, and over 1,200 yards. But his impact goes beyond just his ability to make plays on the field.
I'm building everybody up for my last senior season. I'm one of the oldest guys on the offense. We have a really young quarterback, so just being able to bring him up every single play, every single day, it's really just a big role that I need to keep in mind.
Mason does a lot of different things for us. He's just a football player. There's a reason that he's going to Washington as a D1 commit.
He picked the Huskies over multiple Power 4 schools when it came down to his final decision.
The whole entire coaching program really just cares about me and my entire family. There's also room for early playing time for me coming into my freshman year. One of the big things is I want to get on the field and play and make an impact.
With the start of the high school season just around the corner, Mason is ready for another impact year.
But the overall goal is winning a state championship and ending the season really well with all my teammates.
Reporting in Norman, I'm Haley McCormick.
Hey, thank you, Haley. A lot of excitement around Mason James for this season. And number 1, introducing in the first time that we've done this, our top 10 high school football players for 2025. We head to Owasso for our number 1 overall player in the state of Oklahoma.
We've made it to number 1, our top 10 countdown of the best high school football players in the state. Raven Ray has the story.
Owasso's Taj Overton is a massive asset to the Rams defense. Standing at 6'2", 275 pounds, the Oklahoma State commit is the top-ranked player in the state, and that doesn't stop him from getting even better entering his senior year.
I think my skill set definitely sets me apart. I'm not overly athletic, I'm not overly big, but the things I do execute, I execute well for the most part, I would say.
He really wants to be special, so he's trying to develop some techniques that he didn't have before. He's trying to learn new positions that he hasn't done before, just to expand his ability to impact the game.
With all eyes on Overton, the work never stops.
You got to work on all that year round, all that all the time, but none of that matters to you on the field, really. So all the cool stuff you see on Twitter, it's all cool. None of it matters to you on the field. The field work is what, actual practice is what gets me better, I would say.
The team goal is to win state with a personal goal in mind.
I want to be the most ready for college I can by the end of my senior year, as far as skill and technique-wise.
Reporting in Owasso, I'm Raven Ray.
Taj Overton will be a natural fit in Stillwater when he moves there next year to play for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. But first things first, a little bit of unfinished business for the Owasso Rams and the return of Bill Blankenship as their head football coach. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you to Executive Homes for helping bring you our top 10 high school football players in the state of Oklahoma for 2025. We hope to continue to extend that tradition moving into the years ahead. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time here for another high school football edition from the Digital Desk.
Thank you for watching this Oklahoma's own Digital Studios sports presentation. Stay with News on 6, online and on television anytime for the latest news, weather, and sports.